Today we're going over how to shrink your hips as a guy. How to get that look. Look at this is when I was super lean. Okay, I was prepping for my bodybuilding show, which I ended up winning. Okay, how do you get this look? How do you get this ratio, this V taper, this great ratio? A lot of guys, including myself, hold a lot of fat in the lower back or just love handle area in general. Today we're gonna be going over how to shrink your hips, okay? Here's the thing. It's actually not shrinking your hips. You cannot shrink your hip bones after you have matured into adult, okay? The only thing you can do is get extremely lean, which would obviously be dieting to an extreme level that might not be realistic for your lifestyle. Okay. The second way is, sometimes it's just genetics. That's where you hold your fat. For instance, as you can see right here, my hips are just way wider. This was actually, as you can see, only a 4-month difference. Okay. You can see my abdomen muscles, but my hips are just way out there, right on the side. So as you can see, the fat necessarily isn't held on the front of my stomach, it's just the lower love handle area, which brings me to my second point, genetics, okay? Sometimes you just gotta play the card you're dealt. Some people, a lot of online influencers you might see are blessed with certain genetics, and that's usually why they get the most attention, because they have good genetics in general, or they're being fake natties, okay? You might be wondering why I have the word illusion here. It's because you can't shrink your hips. Your hip bones are your hip bones, okay? The only thing you can do really to help your case if you don't have the good genetics is creating that illusion. Be super wide up top, okay? That's how you're gonna do it, and we're gonna get into how you can do that, okay? First, we're going to go and fucking crush our shoulders, okay? You need to focus mostly on your lateral head, okay? I recommend lateral machine raises, lateral dumbbell raises, and dumbbell overhead presses. These are what gave me my shoulder gains today. I attribute 100% of my shoulders, actually 90% because I have the rear delt, to those exercises, okay? I hit them twice a week, shoulders twice a week, and I put them as a whole separate day, okay? That's what I recommend. Next, your back. You're gonna have to build up your lats, okay? This is how you could look. This is me, someone with big love handles, and obviously I'm doing a pose, but I'm really making my lower back look small and creating that V taper, not only because of the pose, but because of how my lats are developed. Another huge and important thing when it comes to growing your lats is having that mind to muscle connection. It's one of the only muscles you can't look at when you're working it out, okay? So mind to muscle connection is very important. I recommend focusing and honing in on this by A, slowing down during your pull movements, or B, doing a pause at the top, okay? Or at the bottom, whatever if you're doing a pull down, pause, squeeze, okay? Practice flexing your lats in the mirror, okay? Just bring them up and out like that, all right? There's other videos on that. Pull down movement patterns are what you're gonna wanna be focusing on, okay? Notice how I'm not restricting you to certain exercises, because all pull down movement patterns are gonna be working your lats, as well as, forward horizontal movement pulling as well. In my opinion, the pulling down movement pattern is way better. The pull-up is the king in my opinion. However, I think you can get great results from doing a cable pull down, as well as like single arm neutral pull downs and others. However, my recommendation is going to be anything pull-up related. That's what I recommend. Next, core. Having good core functionality will help you be able to not only carve out your abdominal, right? You can reveal your abs in the kitchen, but build them in the gym, okay? Ab roller is one that I really recommend because it helps you get so much core control and deep core control because your arms are up, you're fully extended, as well as you are isometrically squeezing them to bring you back up when you're doing that core movement, okay? So it's a great stretch, and it's pretty hard for most people, so a lot of people never work out of it. They might make it more difficult by going slower or starting from standing up instead of on their knees. I recommend leg raises. Most people have the upper abs when they start cutting weight. Their upper abs appear very easily. It's the lower abdomen muscles that are the hardest to get to show. You have to get very lean and build them up very much. Here's the mistake do not make when you're working core. I made this mistake. My core got way too blocky. In this video, you'll be surprised. I had to literally stop doing ab workouts from in this photo during the time of my prep because my abdomen muscles were just too blocky. They were too big. So this is the mistake I made. I did way too many weighted core exercises. I did weighted crunches, and I would literally max out the stack on weighted crunches, no joke. The thing is that yes, it was helping my core grow strong and my core was super stable. Aesthetically, it didn't really do that many favors for me other than helping my abs show even when I was bulking, but it's also partially due to genetics, okay? Last but not least, cardio. Everyone is going to scream and shout, you don't need cardio to lose fat. You don't. You can diet your way in fat loss 100%, but it sure does fucking help, okay? Especially if you're trying to do this as quickly and efficiently as possible, okay? If you really hate cardio, don't do it. Now, 10K steps a day. Everyone says you gotta get 10K steps a day. Yes, it's a good benchmark. It's not law. Like if you get 9,000 steps a day and you think that you're not actually hitting your goal, and then you get 11,000 and you think it's like you're automatically gonna be like on top of the winner's circle, like it doesn't work like that. Use the 10K cliche mark as a benchmark. Bottom line, just be moving throughout the day. All right, I took one walk today, and one walk that I know gets me around 10K steps, but I'm not throwing a hissy fit if I get 8 or 9K steps. Some days I balance it out and I get 12 to 15, okay? Last but not least, I recommend 150 minutes of incline treadmill a week. Incline treadmill does something incredible that not a lot of other cardio exercises do. It helps you burn visceral fat. That's the fat attached to your actual organs, okay? So the thing that's really great about this is not only the conditioning, so you'll get winded less when you're actually weightlifting for like squats or deadlifts, for instance, as well as the extreme metabolism boost that this gives you, okay? When I mean 150 minutes a week, you can break it up however you want. Some people do 45 minutes for 3 days, or more than that, whatever adds up to 150 minutes. The thing that I want you to keep in mind is that I don't want you to just be nonchalant on your phone doing it. You can be on your phone, but you have to put yourself at the fastest pace possible that you can maintain for that given amount. What I don't want you to do is just go up and down and speed, up and down and walk, and then you gotta step off and grab the sides and go. Okay, just keep a pace that you can maintain that pushes yourself, not too much, but a little bit, throughout the duration of that session, okay? That is it for now. Subscribe, please, for more videos like this on how to gain muscle and burn fat in the most efficiently way possible, okay? Check out my other videos, subscribe.